Bam. Top left here on Stargazers. We've got our yellow Terran from Storm Gaming. It is GuMiho.
Yeah. I'm loving the yellow.
Pretty.
And in the right side, it is herO. herO is currently on one of the Chinese teams, I believe. I should know this.
I'm gonna look it up.
Thank you, sir.
Chinese team, huh?
DPG, Dragon Phoenix Gaming.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming. You got it. You nailed it.
Boom. I knew it was in here somewhere.
You were right. Who else is on Dragon Phoenix Gaming right now? Active Squad, Cure, Dark, herO, Rogue, and some Chinese players I've never heard of, like F91 and Enchant.
Let me tell you, out of all the players on that team, Enchant really is the one to look out for.
Time's really fun. I like Time a lot. Even
Time is great.
We can't cast him without saying a time pun, but
no, you can't.
It's not his fault, I guess. If GuMiho nukes, Phoenix is going to send $10, and if herO builds a mothership, he'll send also a $10.
A part of me wants to tell the players that, but at the same time, I feel like that might impact the competition a little bit too much.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No.
I don't know. When's the last time you saw a mothership in a PvT?
Probably... No, that was a PvZ.
Because, like, nukes, I think, are moderately possible. Nukes are popular in this matchup.
Yeah, enough. Enough, that's for sure. In a high-level PvT, it's been a minute.
I'll tell you, morrow and Showtime, morrow dropped about 13 nukes in that game.
Yeah. Poor Showtime.
Spoiler alert, Showtime won the game. What a boss.
Which tournament was that?
GSL 9. They played a series. Showtime didn't win the whole series, but he did take a map.
It's so disappointing when a player like Showtime is so good, and there's multiple players that this happens to, that they're so darn good, they always have incredible games in series, but then they never win the series.
Right. It's like they look like they belong, and they look like they can do it, and then they just never do. And it's like,
every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mitsuo says he motherships no matter what he's playing. Nice. I appreciate that. I respect someone who motherships every game. I do. That's super cool.
Okay. Cyclone on the way here for GuMiho. Going for a one-base opening.
Yeah. And I mean, that's aggressive. Cyclone, again, as always, is just perfect at rebuffing anything. Like, for example, Warp Prisms. There's a Warp Prism on the way here from herO, and the Cyclone locks onto it, burns it down, and you're like, okay, there goes that plan. Same thing against Oracles, same thing against Phoenix that show up. Like, Cyclone is such a fantastic early game unit, and just making sure nothing ever gets into the Terran base. Terran doesn't want in there.
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
So good.
So Observer comes in first to see what's up.
I love this.
And what's up is there's a Cyclone roaming around. Wait, is there?
Who did GuMiho dumpster lately? Did GuMiho beat herO lately? Am I crazy in the GSL?
Wait, is the Cyclone on the other side? What the heck are you doing, GuMiho?
It's like, wait.
It's right side of the map.
Yes.
Yep. And there's a
dead stalker and 2 probes.
And in the main base, there's a Reaper hopping around. Okay, you're a crazy person. I love it.
Interesting openings from these players. herO's going for a Dark Shrine. GuMiho might actually see this. It's going to be close. I think he'll be pushed away, and that is a big, big deal. The Immortal really, really is a red herring. Like, who sees an Immortal and thinks DTs?
Not me. Not at all. And then on the other side, herO's got some stuff going in GuMiho's natural with the Warp Prism, which is alive because the Cyclone died.
Yeah, GuMiho is up. GuMiho is up so many workers here, though, compared to herO. That is a big deal. He's got to defend. The Immortal's going to be a threat against the tank. He's got a healthy Marine count. A bunker would be a great addition, but with the second tank, he feels comfortable enough not to. He's got an eBay on the way, potentially for a turret.
Banshee, too, pretty good against Immortal.
The Banshee, definitely. We see herO using his Observer to see that that tank was isolated. He's able to get on it and pick it off. That Observer really is a pain here for herO. Although if GuMiho scans it right now, that would actually be a bad thing, seeing as how DTs are going to be coming in momentarily. herO is going to be looking for more opportunity. Tank gets a great shot off, though, on that Immortal, preventing shield regeneration.
Here we go. DT trying to sneak in here. And scanned and killed. Okay, tank stays alive. That's huge. But how many scans do you have? Not anymore.
Not anymore. Turret gets canceled. Another one gets started up. There's a scan. A surround by the SCVs. Oh, the friendly fire from the tank leads to 5 dead SCVs. The Immortals, while that was going on, able to pick off one of those tanks. Gosh, this is an assault by herO, that's for sure.
For sure. But I think GuMiho held. Check this out. He's just like hanging out. He's killing the Observer. Yeah. hero's going home. GuMiho's doing some other shenanigans on the other side of the map again. What are you doing, man?
Oh, it's the Banshee.
Oh, of course, the Banshee.
Not getting a ton of kills, but denying a lot of mining time, as that income tab is going to swing back in GuMiho's favor now that he's getting his economy back on, harassing herO. The next step for this is DT Blink.
Whoa! herO's committing to this.
Yeah.
Like, DTs are one thing, but getting DT Blink at 6 minutes is like, okay, we're making DTs a big part of this. And of course, there's a Raven. So DT is not going to be super hot, but Blink does make them about 40% better. Because they can run is the thing. They can get out of scans. They can run away from Ravens. They can blink on top of your tanks and stuff like that. But DT's heading north while GuMiho's heading south. That third base of herO's probably dead. But I don't know. What are the DTs going to do on the other side completely unchecked?
They're going to have to do a lot of something, that's for sure. In comes the Raven, going to toss down auto turrets. GuMiho is pushing on in 2 tanks, a lot of Marines. There's no stim on this, so he's not actually going to be able to out-damage that shield battery. He's got to keep that Raven alive. That battery overcharge is so good on the Immortal. Second Immortal joining up now.
It's over. Okay, and then immediately starts the attack up again. DT dies. Probe's dead. Going after the shield battery, and oh my gosh. There's also, yeah, a DT going after GuMiho's SCVs too. 14 of them have died. GuMiho needs this attack to kind of just work right now, because his economy is in shambles at the moment. Trying to get the Immortal. Probes are getting pulled in to try to deal with this. Immortals, true to their names, are doing their best not dying. And, herO holds it. And herO just took a big lead in that game, I think. His third base is still alive. He took down a ton of SCVs. It's 40 to 38 workers, though. Both players are taking some serious hits.
The third is a big deal there. Now, GuMiho, he's powered up pretty well, though. He's going to have Stim +1 combat shield behind this. That's going to be quite terrifying for herO, who really, as far as tech goes, has DT Blink. That's about it. Regular Blink's on the way now. But GuMiho is going to have a lot of power in his army. That Raven did end up getting picked off. That's a big deal by herO. And that's actually a huge deal against DT Blink. herO using that Cliff and LaughNgamez Watchtower to get that DT up in the base. That's a big thing there for GuMiho.
So cool.
Harping back a little bit, though, that push, that entire push there for a second, I was watching the Raven energy there that GuMiho had. He had enough for an auto turret, and he did not use it.
Threw it down at the end.
Yeah, at the end after the fight. So if he used that during the fight, maybe he would have got a bit more damage done there or been able to take the push a bit further. Now, though, he's really going to be under pressure to get damage done against this tricky DT. Oh my gosh.
Sucker blinks out. How mean. And this SCV knows he's dead. He's like, please, no.
That's a family. That's a horror movie right there.
It is.
I know it's coming, but you can't just, you know it. It's like one of the garbage Amazon movie commercials or something that comes on when you're watching a YouTube video. I know it's coming, but there's nothing I can do.
Well, Predator, right? Predator cloaks.
That's true. Kind of like Predator.
He's a hunter, so there are some decent movies that even use this.
Oh, 2 scans. That's the real horror story there, though.
Yeah, that is economically not having a good time. Here's up 57 to 44 workers, and GuMiho. Yeah, and GuMiho is consistently using scans instead of mules. His income is not good, but he's got a huge army. It's 60 to 24 army supply for GuMiho.
He does.
Holy smokes.
Can he move out, though, against this DT?
I mean,
There's always going to be another, though, because it's worthwhile for the Protoss to turn DTs into scans.
For sure, but that said, I don't see any more on the way. So maybe hero's done with it?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe wants his gas for other things now. GuMiho's got a very big army. He's coming in with the SCVs. This is such a risky and precarious position, though, to be pulling the boys and going into a potential base trade against DT tech here. Like, the DT's already going to start working. That's going to be one scan baited out. Scan, there's presumably going to be a turret here, built here by GuMiho at some point to give him permanent detection.
71 to 40 army supply. Again, shield battery's huge here. Widow mines too. Wow, GuMiho just parks himself in a great position. SCVs are buffering for those enemy probes. This base is dead, but can the third base survive? That's the larger question here. And is the main base just forfeit too? GuMiho decides to not worry about it. Let's kill the third and get this game over. DT in there hacking away. There's the scan. DT coach wiped out. 74 to 40 army supply. I think GuMiho's just got too much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The power of Bio is able to get in there. herO is not able to delay GuMiho or anything like that. And now his army is dead. It's gone. He did not have the tech to stand against Terran Bio. GuMiho takes game number 1.
Yeah, herO just delayed Splash way too much there. I mean, the DTs were cute. The Immortal stuff was cute. But he didn't have any kind of splash in the entire game until that final Colossus. And it wasn't enough. One Colossus was not going to stop that Marine Marauder ball, not even close.
No.
So, yeah, that's just, it's tricky, right? It's a tricky part of playing PvT is you can do sneaky stuff, but don't forget about the splash damage. If you forget about it for too long, you're toast.
Yeah, you are. GuMiho did not beat herO in the GSL. He had some great games against him, and it was a 2-1 for herO. Okay. But it looked like GuMiho should have won those games, if I recall watching them.
So GuMiho was out for revenge, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Good. It's nice when players are motivated.
And
motivated for death.
You guys can help motivate them. Hit that Matcherino contribute button. Just follow the Matcherino link. I'll post that in the chat there. Press the contribute button, sign on in. It adds a free quarter to the prize pool for these guys who are playing some awesome Starcraft 2.
The awesomest Starcraft 2. I mean, every game so far has been interesting in some way. There has not been a single standard game, I would say, period. So that's awesome. I mean, these players are pulling out some tricks.
Okay, herO is ready. GuMiho ready?
Yeah.
GuMiho's ready. And away we go.
We're on inside and out for our next match here. Game numero dos. Man, that was crazy. DT Blink, single Cyclone Reaper attacks for the 5-minute mark. That was nuts.
Oh, that was fantastic. That game was pure chaos. That's what makes StarCraft fun to watch.
Agreed. When there's the extra chaos, that's when it gets crazy and fun.
Okay. In the bottom left, it's herO.
And in the top right, he's mucking this up. It's GuMiho. It's what he does, man. He creates the pig pen, and he invites you to come slop around in him, or with him in it.
Which Korean StarCraft 2 player do you think would win if they all had like a wrestling match?
Oh. Who's the one that got real swole?
Zest? Or
was it Zest?
Zest was always pretty swole.
Somebody got crazy swole.
Like on Twitter the other day?
Like 6 months ago, I want to say.
Okay.
Hang on.
MMA posted a picture the other day. He was looking very swole. But he's not playing anymore, so he wouldn't be invited to the StarCraft wrestling match.
Fair. Hang on, I got this. I'm pulling it up. Impact.
Impact. Oh, you're right.
Impact. His shoulders are massive now.
Is he still?
Dude.
He's still playing. Is he?
No, I think he retired to work on his body. But I just had to mention Impact because like he's the most swole I've ever seen a StarCraft player get ever.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he tried to qualify for the GSL. No, he did not. So he might be in the military now? No, he's fulfilled his military. All right.
I think he retired.
Yeah, I guess he's gone.
Yeah. Obviously, he's gone. You can't get that big and be a professional StarCraft 2 player at the same time. There's not enough hours in the day.
I mean,
what if you could play while working out?
If every game you lose, you do like 10 push-ups or something.
You'll
either become really good at StarCraft or really buff.
All right, Proxy Stalker going to show up. herO says, all right, you want to do shenanigans? I'll shenanigan you right back.
GuMiho sees the Stalker. Oh no, he's going to lose the Reaper. You need that as the Terran to defend this. So he's got a Widow Mine on the way. But the problem is, with 2 gates and Chrono Boost, Protoss is able to put out a lot of units. That 1 Widow Mine is not the stop measure you need. GuMiho really knows what's going on though. He preemptively pulled the SCVs. You do not want to let the Protoss in the base or it's pretty much GG. Widow Mine coming on in. Zealot's probably going to be the victim of that if I had to take a guess. There it is. Mine fires. If you keep the mine alive, that is a big deal, and he does. A lot of Terrans who lose in this situation let the Widow Mine die. Okay, Widow Mine's going back on in. It's going to burrow just to bait out the fire. I mean, that was very preemptive. Oh no, if this one dies.
Another dead one.
Oh, yeah, that's a disaster. GuMiho is in trouble. There's nothing else coming back that is going to stop the snowball of Stalkers. There's no bunker that stops the snowball. No tank.
Nice.
GG. Keep your Widow Mines alive, guys.
herO says, how do you like that? Huh?
What is with these short games?
I don't know. The longest game today has been like, what?
11 minutes, I think, was one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not surprised that the GuMiho games aren't going 30 minutes.
That's true.
But yeah, Dark and Classic, I am shocked that was over in 30 minutes. Shocked.
At least this one is closer. Yes.
Yeah.
Did Impact tweet out that he retired or any? Or wait, how did I end up on Armani's profile? God darn it, these Zergs, man.
So SE2 Impact is his. He tweeted in French. No, he retweeted. I don't know. Petit Drogo retweeted some pictures of him looking swole. So January 18th said, I'm back. I discharged from the military. I'm happy to try playing again. And then by June 14th, there are just pictures of him being posted with his shirt off looking absolutely jacked. So, like, it's a crazy 6 months, I guess. Maybe he got into fitness in the military. And
presumably that's where he got buff, yes.
Yeah. At least some of it. I don't know, man. It just never, like, I laugh every time. Like, this guy's a professional StarCraft 2 player. These two things do not go together.
I guess it's just like that ability to focus on one thing and taking it from StarCraft and putting it on weightlifting.
Like putting 18-hour days into StarCraft and then putting 18-hour days into making your body look amazing. Yeah, same thing, right? It's 18-hour days either way.
Mitsuo is saying that the Towel Terran would win in the fight.
Oh, interesting.
If he can bring his towel, I think that would give him an edge.
For sure.
You're fighting GuMiho, and then all of a sudden you just get a sweaty rag to the face. Alright, enough of that. It's Psystorm's GuMiho.
Yay. And it's clear in the bottom left. It's our guy. It's herO, GSL champion. Champion.
Tropical.
And a Protoss won an actual GSL.
Yeah, I know. How about that? The drought has ended. Hallelujah.
It's over. Every Protoss player immediately has to stop whining on the BattleNet forums.
They really, yeah.
It's over. Just play like herO is the answer now. Yeah, his use of oracles in PvZ especially is really inspiring. He's just like, I'm just gonna make a bunch of them.
His army positioning, everything.
Yeah. He's got that matchup figured out. And he's got this matchup figured out too. He does proxy a gateway.
That build's been working for like 5 years, give or take, so.
Seriously. No reason to stop now. Terran obviously isn't going to do anything directly counter it.
And he's actually going for 2 gates again, this time in his base.
It's weird. It's like a PvP build. Mitsuo says either the Talitaran's going to use it as a weapon, or he has the white towel to throw in and quit. There you go. Phoenix is rooting for Terran hardcore here. Not feeling good.
herO versus Dark could very well be a GSL Finals. GuMiho versus Dark could very well be a GSL Finals. Whoever plays Dark.
Yeah.
It could be a GSL Finals.
Yeah, a little bit of a preview here. Alright, so Reaper checking for that probe, checking for proxies, any pylons getting thrown up in weird places? No.
Ooh,
there's not.
Double Adept here from herO.
Yes, this is PvP. What is happening? This is a PvP build.
Yeah, that's bizarre. And then he's gonna go for a Nexus?
Yep.
Is this just like super duper anti-Hellion because he knows GuMiho is gonna build Hellions or something? I mean, they're good against Marines and Widow Mines.
I mean, Adept Hellion is a weird relationship because they're both light and they both do bonus damage to light. So, like, I don't know, man. That's not really an answer to Hellions. If you were worried about Hellions, isn't Stalker the better way to go?
Yeah, Adepts have that bonus versus light, but the amount of Adepts he's producing, he's going to be trying to put the pressure on GuMiho. He's going to try and catch the Terran with not amount of units. Widow Mine, oh my gosh, no. Oh, okay. There it is.
Ate it.
Keeps it alive, too.
Yeah, good reaction time there. This is what? You're just double pumping Adepts. This. What year is it? This should not be a thing.
So there's got to be a Twilight Council soon.
Yeah, there it is. Bam.
Is GuMiho going to be surprised by this, though?
No, because he just scouted the Twilight Council and he sees how many Adepts are running around. Okay, so it's siege tanks. Great.
Okay, the Reaper's still alive. That's a big, big pain for herO. Yeah, siege tanks are what you want versus Adepts, more or less. Yeah. GuMiho's going to want to build like 2 bunkers. Just power up. Maybe throw up an eBay and start +1. Don't move out and attack herO.
More Adepts, man. What is this? And the siege tank's like, yo, so...
I'm a tank.
I'm a tank. What is the plan here?
Oh,
and then we get Blink.
Alright, whatever, herO. You just do whatever, I'll say nothing.
He's doing very weird stuff.
The worst part is we can't even critique him because he's the GSL champion.
True. I mean...
And that basically gives him a do whatever the heck he wants and get away with it badge.
He's gonna finish that shade! What in the name of Starcraft is this?
I mean, he traded okay. He only lost 1 Adept there, and he killed 4 Marines.
Okay. But the bulk of his army is Adepts.
Here's a drop by GuMiho. Widow Mine.
Widow Mine, no.
RIP. Okay, he gets out with that. He sees that it's Stalkers, so at least he's not going to be blindsided by that. These 2 tanks are there. They're going to have to defend the workers. Kind of.
Well, and the Adepts are faster than the tanks, and they don't want to siege up because of splash damage against their own SCVs. So, okay, I guess this is alright.
Great pickoffs by herO, showing his insane control. He killed off like 8 Marines, I want to say, with those Adepts or so.
Yeah, definitely very good.
Really making use of that high Adept shield to HP ratio. I mean, they can take 70 damage before they're really taking damage, so there's a lot of tradability there.
Don't finish.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Blink's done, though. 7 Stalkers are out for herO. GuMiho has neglected a bunker against someone who opened up in such a bananas way. That could very well come back to bite him. He's trying to get a wall up because he's tired of these bloody Adepts. Okay, that's nice.
Okay, and now that a SCV is stuck outside, very sad. Oh, get him inside. Oh, dumb pathing.
Oh, not a recall.
Banshee? Banshee.
Oh, he must have been worried that that was a cloak Banshee, right?
Yeah.
That was indeed not a cloak Banshee, just a regular single Banshee by GuMiho. If it was cloak, you definitely do want to recall. I guess he recalled to get the observer back there, but he didn't really need to because there was no cloak. It's one of those things. Maybe he should have waited, maybe he shouldn't have. You can't blame him for playing it safe in that regard, but that definitely did GuMiho a favor as far as taking the heat off him for a little bit.
Yeah, anytime you can force a recall when the army's at your front door knocking, it's always a good feeling. You're like, okay, awesome. Let's go. It's less cool when you've got the army surrounded in the middle of the map and then they recall home and you're like, oh, I had you dead to rights. You escaped. So recall is kind of a double-edged sword here. Adepts in the main base. I'm really shocked we don't have Resonating Glaives, considering how many Adepts there have been today, honestly.
Yeah.
But we're not making any more.
Oh my gosh.
Charge and stuff, I guess. So SCV down on that supply depot.
Yeah.
7 SCVs killed.
They're getting so much work done. hero's economy isn't that good, but he does have the third up, so he's going to be able to power up very well. He's getting up Charge, an Immortal, a Sentry, tons of gateways. He does not have any Forges up, so he will be behind on the actual upgrades.
Well, and like we talked about in Game 1, where's your splash? What's your answer to Marine Marauder here? It's not Immortals and Stalkers, I can tell you that much.
No.
So I just keep watching that production tab being like Templar Archives, Robo, like what are we doing here? Because this, again, is cute. This harassment is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, we're getting Marines, Marauders are being pumped non-stop here. Medevacs are coming in too. And I just don't, hero doesn't have any splash. Nor is he on the path towards splash at all.
Because I'm going to go back in. Is GuMiho in position for this? He is stimming some of the Marines to pursue this. Those Adepts, one goes down. He keeps one alive. Hero's got so much APM that it's just spilling over into ridiculous micro that he's doing.
He does, but this army's going to show up and hero's going to crumble.
He's got Charge.
Yeah, true.
If he can buy enough time with the Sentry, say, toss down a force field, no, this army gets up the ramp. That's a little concerning. Maybe Hero does want to take this fight, though. He's going to commit on in. That Zealot buffer is now gone. The tanks are getting shots off on the Stalkers, but there's more Zealots warping in. And GuMiho may have been a bit preemptive with that attack.
Yeah, I was wrong about that. Hero was like, you just have more stuff. It's okay. You don't need splash at this stage of the game. Just have more stuff. The charge lots were incredibly important there, and then being able to get on top of the tanks and kill them pretty quickly was huge too. Dark Shrine coming in from Hero.
Ooh,
so
I like it.
58 to 51 workers here. Not necessarily behind, but hey. Warp Prism's still sharking around the north. Oh, I think it just got picked off.
Oh, blink. Gets the medevac. Not a full one, fortunately. Although, yeah, with Hero going for a Dark Shrine, he does seem determined not to make splash this series.
I'm still watching that production tab for Hero and being like, so at some point though, really, splash damage. Robo Facility is getting started.
There we go.
And a robotic bay. Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
So at least Colossus or Disruptors, and are we just passing in the night here? We're passing in the night, everyone.
Yeah, Hero's going for his highly advanced positional play that he's made a name for himself lately for. Zealots, Stalkers,
attack on the left
on
side
in.
too. And then this is completely unopposed. So I don't know if we're base racing here, but it's definitely a base trade for now. I don't know if maybe we're going to see a recall home from Hero. DTs on the defense are always very, very good in chaotic situations like this. Shield Battery Overcharge is not enough to save that Immortal. Gets absolutely blitzed. It's 74 to 36 army supply here. Look at this. It's like Shield Battery Overcharge. I don't care. Immortal gonna die. Shield Battery gonna die. Stalker's gonna die. The recall home, is it enough? Stalkers, they have a nice concave. DT's getting some free hacks off here in the midst of these Marines and these Marauders. How long until GuMiho recognizes he needs to throw down a scan? Because that DT's getting some free hits.
He's got
so many
command
free
centers.
hits.
He can scan.
I know.
Where's the scan, GuMiho?
He doesn't feel it, I guess.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that was so late. That cost him, I don't know how many units, but very many. The Widow Mines are going to do work, seeing as how there's no observer, or there is observers. They're just not in position here for Hero. And
not helping.
This looks like game for GuMiho. You're right about that no splash damage biting him.
He could get away with it for 10 minutes, but after that, no. There's a window, man, where you need something splashy. Or this happens to you. Marine Marauder Medevac is insanely good against Protoss. Unless they have that splash, and then everything changes. I mean, look. It's 84 to 12 army supply. There's your GG. GuMiho takes the 2-1 lead in this best of 5. Just needs one more game to finish it off and maybe face against Dark in the final.
Yeah, that is crazy. That
GuMiho
GuMiho's up 2-1 against herO.
Revenge, man.
I mean, he was winning when they played in the GSL. Like, it looks like he should have won that series.
Yep.
So, makes sense that he's winning this one, too.
All right. I got to step away for a bit here.
Okay.
I'll be back. So, be nice to LaughNgamez. I'll be back, hopefully in time for the final. So, thanks for watching. Check out the match Reno, and I'll be back later. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, guys, we got this. Falcon shall return. The Falcon has flown away. That's the last bad pun, I promise. No, it's not. I can't promise that. Okay, so GuMiho taken on herO. Make sure to one-up this stream, guys. I don't think we got like the featured thing, which usually helps on the views. So make sure to go ahead and hit that one up. One up, one up, one up, one up. Both players are ready, so away we go into game number 4. Let's see if herO's going to be able to bring it back. He's the GSL champion, so he should be able to tie this one up. You guys will have to forgive me on the talking a little bit quiet. It is a little bit later here. And unfortunately, I cannot yet afford a mansion. Okay, so we take a look here. We have got herO in the bottom right side of Moondance, early probe moving out. And in the top left, it's GuMiho. This map is quite a good map for Terrans in regards of the easy expansion at the back. Takes a lot of the heat off. This probe's being a big time jerk. Interesting, very, very early probe from herO. Okay, Stalker on the way here for herO. Despite that early probe move out, there's been no major events in this game, which is unusual for today as far as all the crazy matches we've had. Yeah, something a little bit more normal here. herO's pumping out the Stalkers, might poke a little bit. GuMiho though, he's getting out that factory, so he'll be able to make Cyclones. We'll see if he gets a bunker for the safety, because herO can potentially apply a little bit of pressure here. Although he's just keeping those Stalkers back at home. Probe gets caught by those two Marines. That's a very nice find. Okay, now the Stalkers are moving out here for herO. He's got multiple gateways on the way. So he's going to be going up to 3 gates, so it's not like the crazy pressure amount, but bringing the probe indicates pylon's going to be going down, pressure's going to be getting applied. GuMiho not going for a bunker, is quite greedy. No cyclone, no tank on the way. He's thinking of applying pressure, and herO is as well, but Protoss early game pressure beats Terran early game pressure, depending on the composition, and this is not the composition that you want as GuMiho. Hellions are garbage against Stalkers, and Marines, if they get on top of them like this, actually do okay, and they really injure one of those Stalkers. That's a big, big deal, forcing herO back. This pylon has now been sighted by GuMiho. I don't know if this is going to mind game out GuMiho, because herO's really gone for no actual tech. Guys, he's literally got no tech. He's just making 3 Stalkers at a time. A bit of an odd pressure, but this pylon being under fire is potentially going to cause a lot of grief here for herO. Like, if he can't warp in offensively like he wants to do, that's going to make this push a lot harder, because these are Stalkers that do not have blink. They do not have, oh, I love this maneuver by GuMiho here. He's going to ensure the kill on that Stalker. Here comes in the rest of the Stalkers, though. For herO, that medevac's got to sort of get to a different position. Fortunately, once again, no blink, but also nothing in this bunker here. Tank sieging up in the high ground. SCVs are pulling away. That bunker is not going to be rallied to. The boys are going to have to turn around and help defend this tank. They do a great job of that, blocking the Stalkers on this ramp. GuMiho, he can get Marines in those bunkers. That's a big deal. And this is going to allow him to claim his natural. Big, big move from GuMiho. GuMiho? Wow, he's moving out with his tank and 2 Marines. Gonna just try and drop on herO a little bit. He must have been in this situation before to know how this plays out. Okay, a tank drop is moving in for GuMiho. Is there a position here you can abuse with the tank? Oh, there is. Oh, GuMiho is the smartest Terran in the world. Okay, he's pretty smart. Tank able to one-shot those probes in a beautiful position. 4 kills already. The medevac basically just there to buy time, defend the tank, put as much pressure on as possible. Those Marines are going to unload the tank, just shooting away on those Stalkers. With the medevac support, going to potentially kill this one Stalker. No, good micro from herO, but he took 6 workers. 6 workers killed. He lost what must have been 3-4 Stalkers. And with no tech, I mean, he's got the Twilight Council, but no research going up for herO yet, because he was disrupted a little bit there. I don't know how herO's going to win this game. Like, he's just firing up charge now, but GuMiho's already got his 3rd base finishing up. He's got a tank, he's got a bunker up, multiple tanks. He is getting up his extra production, but as far as an attack hitting in time for herO, like, charge is 100 seconds away, about 80 now. And that's a long time in Starcraft, guys. It's a long, long time. GuMiho seeing with this Banshee as he's looking to put on more pressure that there's no 3rd base at the back for herO. A Templar Archives is on the way for herO, so it's going to be Arc on charge, presumably, but this attack, it's like such a slow build-up. This is sort of like GuMiho sees the avalanche. Well, I know that's a bad analogy. I don't have one, but he sees this coming. He's going to be able to react appropriately. He sees the train coming. GuMiho or herO says, I'll throw up a 3rd, but that is one of the world's latest 3rds for Protoss. GuMiho 1-1 on the way, Stim on the way, Combat Shield on the way. I mean, he doesn't have all those fancy Terran upgrades yet, but he's already on 3 bases. He's ahead on workers by a big margin. So herO going for Psystorm Immortals and trying to get up his 3rd base in macro, that's not the worst decision in the world. If he can sort of have GuMiho harass him a little bit and then get off some big Psystorms, say, whittle the Terran down, let the Terran overcommit into him, feed back that Raven, that would be a big play. It's still not going to be easy for herO to win this game, I don't think. Okay, he's going for a Storm Drop. That's going to be the play. That could potentially get a lot of work done. This could really be a damaging play to GuMiho if there's good Storm Drops. Even if feedback on that Raven, there's 1 Storm, 2 Storm, 3 Storm, 4 Storm. SCVs are pulled, so only 9 go down. That is big, big damage. A turret's getting plopped down. And, oh, okay. GuMiho going... I believe one of those High Templar must have died there. Yeah, GuMiho going to be going up against an Archon drop. There's a couple Zealots warped in as well, but the Terran's just going to move on out. GuMiho says, yeah, enough of this. He knows the positions. There's only one High Templar on the side of herO, and there's not a lot of units, so this counterattack with the Archon could potentially get some work done, but it's going to be on herO to get something done here, whether that's to commit with these Archons, say warping some Zealots, try and force a base race, or just focus on his defense and try and hang on. But the defense is not going to happen, at least for this third base. So he's got to go all in on this main base of GuMiho. GuMiho, he's got a decent amount of bio so he can kite these Archons back. The Archons, one of them injured already. SCVs could even be pulled into this. The bunker is going to be very effective at helping this. And herO just doesn't have the gas, it seems, in order to overpower this Terran production. I mean, as more and more units come on in here, that's a big deal. There's Archons regen, a little bit of shields, but not enough. As one goes down, the second's going to go down, and herO's on 2 bases. His attack has been shut down. I mean, he's knocked GuMiho down on workers, but it's 2 base to 3. There's a scan that goes down, maybe some clutch Psystorm. I mean, there's always a chance with Psystorm for the Protoss, but I don't know, Kev. Interference Matrix goes down, ensuring the kill on that Archon. That's a big deal. The Raven still being alive is nice. And now GuMiho's going for the attack. How many High Templar is he up against? He's up against a lot. He's up against 6. Storm drop is always a threat, so GuMiho going to have to position very appropriately. A bit of his army spread to the back, though, actually gets punished. Zealots dive on top of that force. Psystorm goes down on a tank on a little bit of bio. Good spread so far by GuMiho. He wants to try and end this game now. He doesn't want to deal with this going forward any further. He wants to end this now, even though it'll be a little bit tricky. Auto turret goes down. Bio's a little bit overstimmed. How many more Psystorms is there? There's one. That High Templar gets lifted up. It's saved by the battery there. A good trade here by GuMiho, but herO may have enough in order to push this back, and by gosh, he does. Somehow he got up to 3 Archons, 2 Immortals. That's enough to push back GuMiho's army. What a fight there by herO. I guess the Archons came out of the High Templar that were Psystorming. GuMiho has a drop planned, intercepted. Psystorm always proving to be a threat for Terrans. Even with Ghosts, there is no blink on these Stalkers, but oh, both Medivacs go down. Oh no. GuMiho's got 2-2 on the way, so I mean, he's still continuing to have a lead in this game, other than the Psystorm tech, which has been a pain for him, so he's got to be careful. He can't die to herO here. He's got to pull back. He needs to pull back. GuMiho, there's a reason herO's on your side of the map. You do not want to overcommit outside of your base. He means it. He means it, GuMiho. Get back inside your base. Avoid those Psystorms. Each one fairly heavily. 2 more Widowmines going to burrow. We'll see on their connections. herO, beautiful micro with that prism. This bunker is going to be key. That may have to be repaired here. Good pull by GuMiho on that already. Okay, GuMiho wants to close this game out, but to do that, he's got to be able to have a defense here. I mean, he's just got to survive. Really, the bio's doing as much as they can. That +1 attack and armor doing what it can. Psystorm has been negating that, but it's not enough. GG. herO ties it up after what was a amazing play there. Amazing play by herO. Able to take what was a very rough position, allow GuMiho to overcommit into him. Beautiful Psystorm play, beautiful Prism micro, as we've seen from herO today already. And now we're going to go into Game 5, which shall be Goog. What does that mean? Which one is that? Data C. Data C. Okay, guys, I may be a little bit tired. I read Goog, and I realized it was GuMiho mistyping go-go. Or no, it was herO mistyping go-go. And the actual map was Data C above it. I'm like, what map is Goog? Make sure to hit up that Matcherino, ladies and gentlemen. I will link that in the chat. Use that coupon code. This matchup is indeed crazy, Geo. It's crazy. And we're going to see its conclusion as in the top right of data C. It's herO. In the bottom left, it's GuMiho. Jihad saying, why aren't you at work right now making OT? Asking why I'm not doing the grind. And the answer to that is, there was overtime today, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do it. But on the bright side of things, I got to cast Starcraft instead. So I'm always sad to miss the overtime. But I already got overtime locked in for my Monday. So the grind continues. Okay, I believe I introduced GuMiho. And yeah, big thanks to everyone for tuning in. I know the Afrique World has been a little bit sporadic. I'm trying to find out what to do with these tournaments in regard to how it fits into life. Being on the West Coast and with my work schedule, it makes it particularly tricky as far as the hours to cast them. Yeah, so it's always a little bit tricky fitting these in, but it's fully worth it when I do get a chance to. Okay, Reaper on the way here. And we are coming up on event number 100. If you got ideas for that, let us know. Stargate on the way here. Nexus. Dun dun dun. How much do you guys think a Nexus weighs? Before warping in and after warping in. Like, could you pick it up? Could you pick up the orb? It kind of looked like you were going Super Saiyan if you were underneath it and lifting it up. Like you were going to Kamehameha. Okay. We have got a Widow Mine on the way for GuMiho, a bunker. I love to see the bunkers from the Terrans. GuMiho hasn't been punished too much this series by not having a bunker. Like, he hasn't died because he hasn't had a bunker, but a bunker's always a good idea, guys. It's that simple. Okay, commitment on the Adepts onto the Marines. I mean, they're gonna trade out good micro on that last Marine. The first Marines really weren't microed at all, but in comes that Oracle. Can at least one Marine make it into the bunker? Yes, it can. Picks off that Adept, so the Adepts are dead. And if we tally things up with that Widow Mine burrowing in the natural to dissuade the Oracle from getting any damage done, while that was going on, that would have been, that was the Reaper and Hellion that died. But we saw 4 Marines go down for 3 Adepts. That is a darn good trade there for the Terran in actuality, seeing as how the Protoss sort of has to commit to making all those Adepts, whereas the Terran's already making Marines too. Phoenix on the way. Good call there by herO, whether it's going to be for multiple Phoenix or just one to shut down harassment, seeing as how there is a Medivac. Potential Widow Mine drops. Oh, in comes herO. He never ends. He's got a proxy gate going up. He's going all in. Even though there's a bunker here, he's going to try and abuse that positioning behind the mineral line. Medivac's going to come on in. That'll be greatly helpful for GuMiho. There's the terrifying 3 Oracle count here for the Protoss. 3 Oracles is no joke. They can basically work around missile turrets. They can pick off Widow Mines, that sort of thing. Look at that, more Marines going down. Medivac healing up these Marines, that's a darn big deal. There's that Widow Mine. Doesn't go off. Oracle's going to tank the shot. GuMiho needs to activate a turret there. He did not do that in time, so the Oracles are going unchecked by that Raven. 12 SCVs have died. Another Widow Mine goes off. There's the turret to work on this Oracle and will push it away, but not until the damage has been done, I fear. It's not like GuMiho has got Stim Pack on the way behind this. He's got a very basic 1-1-1 going on. So his economy has taken too big of a beating, I fear. herO can really just tech up from this point, and he knows it. He's got double batteries on the way. He's going to be throwing up a third Nexus. He's not even panicking and going for a Robo or anything like that. He's saying, alright, 2 batteries, a Nexus, that should be fine. And I think it should be. herO pushing in towards the natural of the Terran. GuMiho has just been getting whittled down and down and down. 15 Marines have gone down this game. I think that's a little too many for the Terran to sustain himself. The Vikings doing what I can, but the Phoenix are countering that. Stalkers are there. Widowmine hits one of the Phoenix. The tank's going to get set up, but the Phoenix can just lift up that tank while the Stalkers work on it. SCVs are repairing. Marines are doing what they can, but the repair was not enough. This bunker is here, but it's not doing enough work there. There's no Marines really left to put in it. herO from the start, from the precipice of this game, has been working down on GuMiho's Marine count. 21 have died this game, and that has put him in this position that he's got that overpowering amount of army. He's got the tech behind it now going up. He's got the expansion up behind it. GuMiho is a dead nerd. There's no ifs and or buts about it. Okay, a Cyclone gets picked off, Widowmine gets picked off for that one Phoenix. That's not really worth it. There's soon going to be a Stalker count if herO keeps warping in that can just volley down this bunker. A tank is on the way. That's not a good sign for the Terran. A tank. Multiple Adepts now coming in. Those can buffer. They can absorb a lot of damage. They're going to shade behind this mineral line. herO is so confident at this point. He's delaying more and more of the Terran's mining. So it's basically one base mining, or yeah, still one base mining against 3 base. And this is tough. This is tough for our Terran friend. GuMiho's a fighter, though. He's going to keep fighting, but it's... I don't know, guys. herO's so good. herO's so good. And this is that killer's instinct by herO. This is one of those things in StarCraft 2 games you think, well, if the Protoss just did this, or if the player just did this to be more broad, they'd probably be able to win in this situation. Not a lot of players can make wins like that happen. herO can. He's like, oh, I'll just whittle down the Marines and then be in a commanding position, and damage leads to even more damage potential. It's that exponential damage function there, and GuMiho's now just starting up Stim. 8 minutes into the game. You want a 2-base timing to be hitting before this, more or less. He's... I think he's got to go for a Ghost Academy. Okay, Chardlot's coming in. Widowmine going to hit some of those Zealots. The tank's going to be under fire, but GuMiho's got to turn around his drop. I think it's got to be a Ghost Academy. Hope for some big EMPs on whatever herO goes for. Ghosts and mines if he can afford it, but maybe he's thinking he can't even afford ghosts, which I don't think would be wrong. And you gotta think, well, maybe if GuMiho just plays defensive, herO will overcommit into him. Not really. Because herO's a smart enough player that he'll just throw up a Nexus. Phoenix on the way still, which is odd, and Immortal on the way. herO's just going to go for the kill move. There's multiple Widowmines sieging up here. They're going to be revealed, so they can just be lifted up by the Phoenix, potentially. Looks like herO does actually turn around, though, interestingly enough. Okay, hero's going for a big attack. GuMiho has mustered a decent defense force. There is High Templar, there is Psystorm here for the Protoss, so that's going to be very difficult for the Terran to deal with, and the numbers just aren't looking that good. He's got the tanks on the high ground about as well positioned as they can be. The Phoenix aren't committing on him to lift them up, so the tanks are getting some good shots off. GuMiho's pushed away from his third. He's launched that Immortal, he gets it, based out of Psystorm too. He's lacking on Medivacs though, he's lacking on general units. He did end up going for those ghosts, he's got them on the way. Phoenix are lifting up those siege tanks. GuMiho's producing right now. herO really isn't, even though he's got a great economy. There we go, throwing up more AoE tech. EMPs go down, that was perfect EMPs. I think there's more High Templar in the prison though. We're going to need to see EMPs right before those High Templar land. They do not hit. GuMiho gets stormed into oblivion, and that is going to be it. GG, a great attempt by the